Hello everyone, in this video we're going to draw an Ichthyosaurus. Start by drawing a circle as a guide for the front part of the body. To draw the circle, make two small marks to indicate the circle's length, and then on the sides make two more small marks to indicate the circle's width. And then connect the marks using curved lines to finish the shape of the circle. Sketch lightly at first so that it's easy to erase if you make a mistake. Also pause the video to draw at your own pace. The circle doesn't have to be perfect, but if you're having a hard time drawing it, just trace the outer edge of a coin or a bottle cap or anything else with a circular edge. To the right, draw another circle as a guide for the back portion of the body. Use the 4 marks method to draw this circle too. Make this circle smaller than the first one. It should be about half the size of the first circle. Pay attention to the position of this second circle. Don't draw it too close to the first circle, otherwise the body will be too short. To the left of the first circle, draw an even smaller circle as a guide for the head. The head circle should be about 1/3 the size of the first circle. The head circle should be right up against the edge of the first circle. On the top left side of the head, draw a long sloping line for the first part of the top jaw. Pay attention to how long this line is in relation to the head. Below that, draw another sloping line to finish the guide for the top jaw. Below that, draw a similar triangular shape as a guide for the lower jaw. First, draw a sloping line for the top part of the shape, and then draw a flatter line for the bottom. Connect the head circle to the first circle using 2 short lines. And then use 2 longer lines to connect the first 2 circles and finish the guide for the torso. Curve the lines for the torso so that the head and body become one long continuous shape. Now, on the right side, draw a very long triangular shape as a guide for the tail. This shape is made up of 2 sloping lines that come to a point on the right side. Pay attention to the length of these lines in relation to the body. On top of the body, draw another triangular shape as a guide for the dorsal fin. For this guide, draw a vertical line on the right side and a sloping line on the left side. Under the first circle, draw a similar shape as a guide for the pectoral fin. Use a straight line for the right side and a curved line for the left side. Under the circle on the right, draw a smaller triangular shape as a guide for the hind fin. Now on the tip of the tail, draw a long vertical line for the first part of the tail fin. And then on the left side, draw a curved line to complete the guide for the top tail fin. Draw a similar shape at the bottom for the rest of the tail fin. Use a straight line for the right side and a curved line for the left side. And that's it for the guidelines. Now let's start on the final drawing. Inside the head circle on the top left side, lightly sketch a small circle for the eye. When you get the position and size of the eye right, darken the lines but make the sides a bit pointier. Inside the eye, off to the side, draw a tiny circle for a highlight. And in the middle, draw a bigger circle for the pupil and shade it in. Lightly shade the top part of the eye. Push lighter on your pencil so that this value is lighter than the pupil. Draw a couple of curved lines above and below the eye for the brow and some wrinkles. And now darken the triangular shape on the top left side for the top jaw. Curve the shape of the tip a bit so that it's not so pointy. At the top, continue drawing the line along the edge of the initial circle to create the head. At the bottom, extend the line farther inside the head to create the big mouth. Draw a series of tiny V-shaped lines across the bottom edge for the teeth. And at the top, to the left of the eye, draw a small oval for the nostril. Use the bottom triangular shape as a guide to draw the lower jaw. Darken the shape but extend the top line farther inside the head. Make the tip of the shape a bit blockier than the initial guide. Extend the bottom line farther inside the head for the jaw. Add a curved line inside the head on the right side to emphasize the strong jaw. And now draw a series of small triangular shapes along the top edge of the lower jaw for the teeth. Draw a curved line at the bottom for the tongue and a shorter line on the side for the other side of the jaw. Darken the triangular shape on top of the body for the dorsal fin. Use curvier lines as you darken the guide, especially on the right side. Now darken the shape on the lower left side for the pectoral fin. Extend the top lines farther inside the body for the base of the fin. Curve the line so that the base of the fin is thin. Draw the hind fin the same way. Darken the lines for the guides and extend the top lines farther inside the body. Curve the line so that the base of the fin is narrow. Use the remaining shapes and lines as guides to draw the rest of the body. Darken the outer edges of the initial guides to create the shape of the body. Don't overlap the shape of the fins as you darken these lines. And now darken the shapes on the right side for the tail fin. Darken the guide so that the tail becomes one shape instead of two triangles. Curve the tips of the tail a bit. To the left of the pectoral fin, draw a line for the pectoral fin that's on the other side of the body. Draw a small V-shaped line to the left of the hind fin for the hind fin that's on the other side of the body. And now erase the guidelines for a cleaner drawing. The next few steps are sped up so that the video won't be too long. Don't worry about erasing all of the guidelines. It's okay if you leave some behind. Redraw any of the final lines that you may have accidentally erased. And now shade your drawing. No one is exactly sure what Ichthyosaurus looked like, so you can shade your drawing however you'd like. For this look, just shade your drawing so that it's similar to a dolphin or a shark. Draw a line across the head and body to separate the shading pattern, and then just shade the top part. Use a medium to dark value for the top part. Shade lightly at first and gradually build up to the darker value. Push very lightly on your pencil for a light value, and then gradually push harder for a darker value. Use a very light value on the left side of the dorsal fin and tail, and on the top part of the body for some shine. Leave the right edges of the fins blank for the shading pattern. Remember to shade lightly at first and gradually build up to darker values. Shading can be time-consuming, so be patient and take breaks. Use a light value to add some shadows on the underside of the body. Shadows will give the body more volume and help the figure look more three-dimensional. Keep shading until you're happy with the result. And that's it for the Ichthyosaurus. Don't forget to pause the video to draw at your own pace. Also, please visit howtodrawanimals.com, where every step of this tutorial is broken down into an individual image. That's how, and then the number 2, then drawanimals.com. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and a comment. Also, subscribe for more videos in the future. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep drawing.